Grenada, the stage is set. Brilliant minds, fresh perspectives. It's more than competition. It's confidence, creativity, and critical thinking in action. The Grenlec debates, powering bright ideas.
Welcome to the 2025 Grenlec debates. I am your host, Ambrosia Charles, and it's a pleasure to guide you through the second round of the competition, the round of 16. We've seen incredible performances so far, and this match promises to be just as inspiring. The theme for this round is Artificial Intelligence in the Educational Sphere. Those students have had time to research the broad theme. Remember, these debates are impromptu. The motions are drawn today, and teams are given just 30 minutes to prepare without the help of their teachers and coaches. The energy is high, the arguments are ready, so let's get right into it. This match is between St. David's Catholic Secondary School and Happy Hill Secondary School. The motion is, be it resolved that AI tutoring apps are more effective than traditional after-school tutoring for teenagers.
AI is the only way to bring a truly personalized learning experience to every student. A quote by Salman Khan. Good morning, esteemed judges, fellow debaters, and audience. We, the proposition, stand strongly with the moot. Be it resolved that AI tutoring apps are more effective than traditional AI tutoring apps. For students, today I will define key terms and present 2 key points to support our stance. Our second speaker will further strengthen our case and redefine our position. And finally, our rebuttal speaker will take the floor to dismantle every flaw in the opposing team's arguments. I will firstly begin with stating some key terms in the moot you should keep in mind. As stated by the Oxford English Dictionary, AI is the field of computer science that focuses on creating systems capable of performing tasks that normally require human intelligence. Tutor, a private teacher who teaches a single pupil or very small group. Effective, producing an intended result. And lastly, traditional, relating to or following tradition. Now that you know the key terms, I will say this. The moot says that AI tutoring apps are more effective, and we stand with this because AI provides 24/7 availability. A survey stated that 80% of students feel AI-powered tutoring helps them prepare better for exams. Ladies and gentlemen, I myself am a student who uses AI to study at every period of the day. I simply do not have the time to wait on a physical tutor after school with the amount of work that can be put on me. In addition, do you truly believe teachers want to take time out of their personal lives to stress over student affairs outside of school hours? No, I do not. In addition, AI has the capability for personalized learning. According to McKinsey, a study in 2023, personalized learning boosts performance by up to 30%. A student does not need to sit in front of a teacher to learn. Personalized learning helps students to realize their own abilities, needs, and strengths without teachers conducting, evaluating to make them feel less. It gives us teenagers an opportunity to work on our own. We've defined the moot. We've laid out 2 powerful arguments, and we've made it known exactly where we stand. Ultimately, we, the proposition, stand firmly with the moot. Be it resolved that AI tutoring apps are more effective than traditionally tutors after school for tutoring a student. I thank you, judges.
AI can try, but teachers cannot be replaced. Audience, fellow opponents, esteemed judges, greetings. We stand firmly in our strong foundation Building on our powerful house opposing the moot, be it resolved that AI tutoring apps are more efficient than traditional after-school tutoring for teenagers. As first speaker, I will lay the first building block by defining key terms within the moot and illustrate on how AI gives misinformation and the lack of digital literacy. I will then pass the tools to my second speaker, who will elaborate on the lack of access and the lack of emotion. Following her, my POI speakers will continue our build by demolishing our opponents in the question and answer. Then, my rebuttal speaker will lay the final piece of furniture to our unquestionably spectacular house of claims. As according to the Cambridge University Dictionary, AI are computer systems that can perform tasks normally requiring human intelligence. Tutoring apps are an automated system that provides instruction or feedback. Effective is to produce the effect that is wanted. Traditional is to do as a result of a set standard. Not everyone understands how AI works. It is simple to say that using AI tools will not be effective. If a certain amount of prompts are given to an AI tool, it tells you that it cannot complete the request at that time and you should come back at a later date. Imagine you go to an AI tool thinking it can help you for 4 hours, but you come to realize that it can only help you for 2 because of the time limit. How would you feel then? Don't you believe that a human tutor can help you for those missing 2 hours? Additionally, AI frequently gives misinformation. If you ask an AI tool like Microsoft Copilot a Grenadian history question based on the triangular trade route, it will give you something completely irrelevant to that. Why, you ask? Because AI is fed British or American history, not Caribbean. Now imagine that was a graded assignment. A student that does not know the difference will put that on a paper and get a big, fat 0. In fact, I remember a time where I asked Claude, an AI search engine, a social studies question, and I got something completely out of this world. I had to ask it to clarify the answer. Then it said, yes, thank you for pointing that out. Like, really? I wouldn't like to have to constantly correct the AI because it is wrong, when my human tutor doesn't need clarification because they took their time to study Caribbean history. Again, I would like to state that misinformation given by AI is frequent, and digital literacy is not common. Again, my team and I strongly and firmly oppose the moot. Be it resolved that AI tutoring apps are more effective than traditional after-school tutoring for teenagers. I thank you.
Good morning to the chairwoman, worthy opponents, and audience present today. I stand as the second speaker of the proposition to the moot, be it resolved that AI tutoring apps are more effective than traditional after-school tutoring for teenagers. I agree with everything my first speaker has stated and will lay down another 2 points to further strengthen our stance on the moot. Firstly, AI tutoring apps are more effective than traditional after-school tutoring for teenagers because AI is patient. Though teachers can be useful and beneficial to a student's education, especially in after-school classes, like Mr. Dabio said, and I quote, "You can go to AI as many times as you want to break down information for you." He said it himself, and I believe that teachers don't always have the time, even in after-school classes, to break down information that a student may not understand as many times as they may need. AI is patient. I will not fret if you come to it 100 times, my worthy opponents. Secondly, AI tutoring apps are more effective than traditional after-school tutoring for teenagers because AI gives accessibility and inclusion. AI can be easily accessed after school just by going on your phone. And it's proven that accessibility tools like Microsoft's Immersive Reader, and Google's Live Caption benefit over 1 billion people with disabilities, and they may not even be able to go to traditional classes. As my first speaker stated, 80% of surveyed students feel AI-powered tutoring could help them prepare better for exams, ensuring success. Doesn't this prove that AI tutoring apps are more effective than traditional after-school tutoring for teenagers? Apps like Quizlet, AI, and Photomat help students learn by showing them step-by-step solutions and boost their understanding on the topic. Worthy opponents, don't be blinded by your opinions on the moots. Judges, my team and I firmly propose the moots. Be it resolved that AI tutoring apps are more effective than traditional after-school tutoring for teenagers. I thank you.
The love and affection that a teacher gives can never be replaced. With protocol already established, good morning. As the second speaker of the opposition, my team and I strongly disagree with this motion. Be it resolved that AI tutoring apps are more effective than traditional after-school tutoring for teenagers. As the second speaker, I will further elaborate on my team's case. Point 1. Artificial intelligence does not give students the love, affection, emotion, and guidance traditional teachers give. Picture this. A student has a stressful day at school and has to go to after-school tutoring. Unlike AI who can't feel or see emotions, the tutor can see that something is wrong or off with that student. Therefore, the teacher will be able to ask a question and try their best to cheer up the student. Also, teenagers may suffer from different disorders, and by going to that teacher for tutoring, it may give them a sense of freedom, and gradually, that student will start to feel better and will have a wide knowledge. This sounds like a win-win to me. Opponents, although we are living in the era of technology, not everyone has access to such AI devices and networks. This brings me to my next point, lack of access. Without teenagers having the access to these resources, they will have to rely on the traditional after-school tutoring. A study done from Data Report in 2025 states that 81% are globally online, which leaves a third offline. What will happen to those left behind? Opponents, as I previously stated, not everyone has the access to these AI resources. Unlike AI, because of the love that teachers have for students, they will make the sacrifice and themselves available to those students. All because of the love, something that AI does not have to offer. As we have proven that there is only one right side for this debate, we strongly stand to say that traditional after-school tutoring is more effective than AI tutoring, especially for teenagers. I thank you.
Opponents, how can AI improve student performance compared to traditional teaching?
Want me to take it? My worthy opponent, AI can improve student learning compared to traditional teachers because AI can personalize itself to an individual student's needs.
So isn't a teacher more available to that student and knows the student more than the AI to provide that emotional need?
Yes, but in some AI apps, you can actually customize what the AI knows about you. You can't put your personal information into the AI system.
Can you give some examples of those AI apps?
ChatGPT, Google Gemini.
But it's unsafe to put your personal information into those apps.
My worthy opponent, a lot of AI platforms have implemented a safety system.
Okay, we would like to move on to our next question.
If technology fails, wouldn't teenage students be left stranded?
My worthy opponent, AI is always evolving. If technology fails, they will simply find a way to bring it back stronger than it was before.
But aren't those the same humans who are making these AI apps and platforms? So you're basically saying that they don't need teaching anymore?
My worthy opponents, you bring a good claim, but it is the same humans that make the platform. They are making it for a reason.
Your second speaker stated that teachers aren't always available. So isn't it the teacher's job to explain a point to make sure that all students understand?
My worthy opponents, some teachers simply cannot deal with the amount of students they have to take care of at a time.
But isn't that the main purpose of teaching?
Some teachers, yes, it is the main purpose, but you see, classes can range from 20 to 50 or more. One person simply cannot
But
deal
teachers
with all
make
of this.
themselves available even during their lunchtime for students to come and ask questions.
Not necessarily. Some teachers cannot be found, some teachers are busy. It is not always that they
But
are
especially
available.
to the students in the Form 5 level, don't you think that mostly all teachers make themselves available?
I myself am a Form 5 student, and sometimes the teachers are not always available.
Okay.
Your first speaker stated that AI gives misinformation, but is it not the source that gives the misinformation instead of the AI?
But those AI tools are prompt based on what they are given. So if they feed them wrong sources, obviously we're going to give us individuals and students wrong information as well.
But my worthy opponent, the AI is simply pulling information from the source.
But you said that those sources can be wrong. So
Don't you think that if instead of they going to the AI, they could go to the teacher and the teacher will give them the right information?
But my worthy opponent, some teachers also pull their information from AI.
But as he said, when they get the wrong information, teachers are quicker to correct themselves. Unlike these AI apps, you have to correct the app.
My worthy opponent, while you bring a good claim, it is not true. Because some AI apps will implement a feature where they can automatically correct themselves.
But what if a student who doesn't know anything and still goes to the AI app and they get wrong information, as my first speaker said? What will they do?
My worthy opponent, a lot of countries have implemented it so that teachers teach their students how to use AI. My worthy opponent, would you like me to ask another question?
Yes, we would.
Your second speaker says AI has no emotion, but does students not have families to comfort them after they go home?
Yes, but not all students grow up in a household where their families know how to cope and nurture them to certain circumstances.
But
But they can go to therapists, counselors.
And those things cost money.
But my worthy opponent,
So
students,
does after school tutoring?
Not all my after-school tutoring doesn't cost money because of the love my teacher has for me
But-
and for my
But
entire
not all.
class.
but my worthy opponent, students have friends. They can get their emotional support from their friends.
not all friends know how to cope with some certain things.
But
So they
my-
mightn't get the right support or coping methods from their friends.
But my worthy opponent, not all teachers know about the student to help them.
But they are more experienced than friends.
Experience does not really mean that they know how to deal with that person.
My worthy opponent, isn't your teacher an experienced person?
My worthy opponent, this is my time to ask questions.
Every great debate has a side that is right and a side that sweeps the truth beneath the carpet. My worthy opponents came, they saw, they tried, but didn't conquer. Your first speaker stated that AI provides 24/7 availability. This is a vigorous claim. When using certain AI tools, there are time limits, which does not allow easy access. My poignant speaker reminds us that AI tools will not be effective due to the lack of understanding and not feeling the emotion of the individual. They claim apps like Quizlet and Photomat are there. But yet, these apps requires a payment method to get premium access for more accurate answers to make you understand the concept, when there is traditional teachers there to provide you with explanation. But according to my subsequent speaker, there are AI apps that have free access that we all use day to day. But our traditional teachers are still there to show us love and affection. All because of love, something that AI doesn't have to offer. Our traditional teachers are there. As we have proven that there is only one right side for this debate, we strongly stand to say that traditional after-school tutoring is more effective than AI tutoring, especially for teenagers. And that's why me and my team stand firm against this move. I thank you.
Sal Khan once said, and I quote, "We're embracing AI because we are scared." Ladies and gentlemen, today I rise not to simply respond, but to dismantle the opposing argument piece by piece. What has been presented to you is not fact, but a fragile collection of half-truths.
The claims may sound convincing at first glance, but when we, the proposition, strip away the exaggerations and contradictions, what remains is nothing more than smoke and dust. Your first speaker stated and repeatedly said AI cannot replace traditional teachers. What the opponents, at no point we spoke about replacement, but since you mentioned it, I would let you know that AI was not created to replace, but rather to improve, assist, and enhance. Then again, worthy opponents, have you heard of Abigail Bailey? She was the first AI created to assist as a vice principal. Did it replace anyone? No. It lessened workload, and the principal himself stated through the assistance of Abigail, he felt more effective. Your second speaker stated that students lack access to AI tools. Worthy opponents, every secondary school was given at least 25 HP laptops, so even if they don't have a personal device, they can use the after-school hours to practice personalized learning. And so, when their claims all fall apart, we stand with truth, we stand with heart. The facts are clear, the proof is strong. The opposition's simply wrong. Thank you.
And the winner is St. David's Catholic Secondary School. Thank you to all our debaters for their passion and insights. And to you, our viewers, for staying with us. Join us again for more spirited debates as the 2025 Grenlec debates continue.
Grenada, the stage is set. Brilliant minds, fresh perspectives. It's more than competition. It's confidence, creativity, and critical thinking in action. The Grenlec debates, powering bright ideas.